And we are live. Welcome, Crypto Warriors, to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 642. Today is Monday, January 18th, Martin Luther King Day. And I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish. And I have some great news stories for you today. Starting with the top story, Grayscale raises $700 million in a day, its largest daily asset raise ever. Biden team announces pick to lead SEC. Goldman Sachs to enter crypto market soon with custody play. And last but not least, some good news for today. Miss Bitcoin launches NFT art charity project. So some great news stories for you today. But before we move forward, first things first, we got to check out these prices. A lot of people have been on the fence as far as Bitcoin goes, with the price going sideways, which is hilarious because just last week or just last month, we were at 20,000. Now we're talking about 40,000. So let's take a look at some prices for today. Bitcoin is at $36,442, up 3%. Ethereum at $1,240 is up 1.6%. Stellar at 29 cents is down 0.26%. Ripple at 28 cents is up 3.5% today. Chainlink, big gainer over the weekend at $21 is up 5.7%. Litecoin at $149.87 is up 5.6%. Monero at $153 is down 0.17%. And last but not least, EOS at $278 is up 2%. So if you look through a lot of the coins, mixture of green and red, some of these coins have definitely hit maybe a local top, but a lot of these coins have a lot of room to run. And I think we'll see that if we have here what people call quote unquote alt season. And if that does occur, we'll see some new millionaires out here. You'll see some 19-year-olds talking shit to their parents because of crypto. So it's always fun times. But again, remember, it's speculative in nature, and you can lose everything that you put into it. So just be careful there. Before we start, let's jump into some of the comments. Let's see. Happy MLK Day, Crypto Kid. Tiff from NYC, Grant Rising. Leroy, blessings. Jiu-Jitsu Crypto, good morning. Justin. Redrick, yo. All right, so what I need everybody to do is make sure you like and share the video, share it with everybody in your immediate social circle, and we'll get this show going. Make sure we get into some great topics today. So first topic of today, Grayscale raises $700 million in a day, its largest daily asset raise ever. And I'm not even gonna hold you. This is amazing, honestly. I mean, the fact that you can raise $700 million in 24 hours, have not seen that before from Grayscale, but man, that just shows you the bullishness of this market, that at this point, Grayscale could just raise $700 million a day if they wanted to. But in quarter four 2020, the company raised $3.3 billion across its cryptocurrency investment vehicles. Michael Sonnenschein, CEO of Grayscale Investments, tweeted the firm raised more than $700 million on January 15th. And that was their single largest asset raise day ever. So the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which is the company's most popular product, led the pack with an average of 217 million raised every week. Woo! It shows that the firm has a record 27.1 billion under management. It entered 2020 with just 2 billion. So when people talk about the price of Bitcoin dropping, you have to realize if the price drops like that, all of these people in Grayscale are going to lose a lot of money. They're not going to let that happen. And what I mean by that is they have enough influence and enough, big investors in the market that they will not let that price drop below a point where they feel like they are losing money. It states here, Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, compared Grayscale as the arc of crypto, explaining that there are a number of similarities with both defying trends and seeing increased interest. He says here the similarities are pretty amazing. I think both hung in relative oblivion for 3 to 4 years, had like 2 billion 12 months ago, and then boom, 10x increase. Both defy trends. ARC with stock picking and Grayscale with very high fees and 20 plus premium. So 20+% premium. So yeah, it is expensive to get on Grayscale, but on a long enough time scale, those fees won't matter. If you're paying 20+% premiums, you need that price to go up 20%. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin's price is going to go up 20% from here at some point. And I don't think anybody who's invested in that is trying to flip it quickly. They're literally putting it in there. They trust this institution. They're going to hold it long term. So again, you have Bitcoin that's being bought up and not moving. So when people say, hey, how can I flip it? How can I turn it back into cash? Why would you? The richest people in the world understand you have to beat inflation year over year with gains in your investments. So if you're flipping it for cash, for one, now you got a tax liability. For two, you probably are not profitable. And for three, you're probably investing money you can't afford to lose. So you need to put money in that you can afford to lose. Think long term, like these investors are. If you want to be rich, do as the rich do. You can't just jump into crypto and Bitcoin and then be rich. It does take a strategy, and these large institutions definitely have a strategy. So for yourself, you can sort of mimic that strategy and reduce your risk, increase the amount of dollar cost averaging that you do, and just wait. I know it's not sexy, but it is the most secure and probably the best way to earn money in this market. So let's jump back into some comments. I know we got a lot of people that just jumped in. YouTube always brings people in late for some reason. Some of it, happy MLK. May we continue the journey of freedom. Absolutely. Let's see. Good morning, CAJ. Good morning from Miami. Abel Perez. Glad to have you on. Erica K. Good morning, crypto family. Happy MLK Day to you as well, Abel Perez. Rashu, seeing you guys educating Boyce. Loved it. He needed that. Yes. If you did not catch it, check out Dr. Boyce Watkins' channel. Me and King were on there the other night. Friday night, had a great talk roundtable with Ian Bellina, and we definitely put out some stuff that he did not understand about Bitcoin, but it was great that he heard it because now he knows, and now his crowd knows as well. So we're always glad to help educate there. Let's see, Jizzy Mac, Grayscale eating up all the weekends. Exactly. Every time you sell Bitcoin, you're probably selling it to Grayscale because they're buying everything they can. So unless you have an emergency to sell it, you should not be looking at selling Bitcoin right now. Shouldn't even be a question. Because if you just got into the market, it hasn't been 3 years yet. And that's what I tell a lot of my clients that I educate or people that ask me about it. Don't ask me about price until 3 years from now. Then we can talk. See Donald Muhammad, good to see gentlemen of crypto finally getting the recognition you deserve. I see you guys everywhere now on different shows. Absolutely. So yeah, we've just been grinding, doing it organically. And thank you to you guys, the fans, people have been here since the beginning. We've never had any sponsorships. We've never done any real promotion on Facebook or anywhere. We just stay consistent, bring you the news and answer questions. So let's see. Zay, what up? Hit those likes, people. Yep. Edwin IT has the right idea. Make sure you like and share with your entire network, and let's get it going. So let's jump into our second story of the day. Very, very hyped for this story as well, simply because finally we may have somebody in there that's on our side. So Biden has picked his leader for the SEC, and it is Gary Gensler. All right. So the inauguration on Wednesday, it seems as though Gary Gensler is the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, according to a statement from Biden's transition team on Monday. On January 12th, Reuters reported an anonymous sourcing forecasting Gensler as Biden's choice. Anonymous source. It's probably somebody in the camp just leaked it out there on purpose to see how people would think. Gary Gensler served as the chairman of the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission from 2009 to 2014. Coming immediately after the financial crisis, Gensler's term at the CFTC saw him enforcing the provisions of the nascent Dodd-Frank Act in commodities markets. So I already like Gary Gensler because he's a man who understands the best time to buy something is when there's blood in the streets. Or the best time to join an organization, same thing. If you're at the lowest point, that's the best time. 2009, I'm sure they were at a very low point with the economy. Gary Gensler was like, hey, I can step in to help. And then years later, people remember that. And now he's the SEC chairman, which will be official on Wednesday. So Gensler, he also taught classes at MIT. I've heard of Gensler before. I've actually seen the video of him teaching blockchain and crypto at MIT. He's actually talking about a digital currency with no central authority is good because it gives another option. And having someone knowledgeable in the crypto and blockchain industry leading the SEC could pave the way for educated regulation and guidelines. One thing I will say about Gary Gensler is that in the crypto world, the altcoin world, I wouldn't necessarily just be excited all of a sudden. He does understand crypto. He understands blockchain. He does know what he's talking about now. So that's not even a thing you can say anymore. You can't be like, oh man, blah, 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 this doesn't know what they're talking about. Actually, he kind of does. So don't be surprised if he comes out and says, yes, most altcoins are garbage because I've studied them for years and I understand they're just speculative. So the SEC is going to do our job to clean it up because I'm telling you, they're not done. I don't care how much he knows about crypto, unless he's Satoshi himself. I do not trust anybody going into regulatory bodies to just all of a sudden be friends with the Bitcoin and blockchain space. Oh no, there's going to be some cleaning up. and his ability to articulate what crypto is and then come back with whatever rules he has is going to be kind of tough to combat that. So I think Jay Clayton on his way out, he wanted to hit XRP just to get a good punch in. I don't know if Brad Garlinghouse stole his girlfriend. We haven't confirmed that, but he wanted him for some reason. So he got what he wanted, and then going forward, I think the SEC may have a few more targets, but we'll see. So shout out to Gary Gensler on getting that position. And again, the inauguration is on Wednesday. So let's see some of the thoughts in the comments section. Let's see, Rashu numbers, Larry June, oh yeah. So Edwin IT, Zay, the Swan Bitcoin requires a social security number. How do you feel about putting a social security number on exchanges? So the thing about putting a social security number for KYC, it is automatic. As long as they have a message that says it's encrypted and it won't be shared, if you put your social security number anywhere, it's out there. And I don't like it, of course, but if you're going to use a centralized exchange, that's the only one I use. So you got to do it at some point, but most of my buying has nothing to do with social security. So not really a big deal to me. Douglas, you mentioned the exchange Swan on another show. What's the other exchange to buy crypto? Yep, Swan has the lowest fees in the market. Cash App's probably the easiest, and Uphold has the most choices because you can buy gold, you can buy silver, you can buy crypto, all on Uphold. So different choices, different strokes for different folks. Let's see. The crypto clan. Oh, I see PFC Wells. Hola to the room. Let's see. L Armin. Yeah, but will the goons at the SEC let him flex? We'll see. I'm not sure, but there's always somebody behind the man in charge. And how long do you think it would take them to turn Gensler? I think the night he's inaugurated, they're gonna sit him down and it's like, yeah, we know you have some ideas, but this is how things work. If you've never seen the interview with Putin, where Putin, he was like, every politician comes in or every leader of a regulation body comes in with ideas, and then the dudes in the dark suit show up and they're like, all right, this is how it really works. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that. And that's why you see all these politicians full of hope and change. Like you saw Obama back in the day, his hair was completely black. And 8 years later, he was completely gray because I'm sure he was stressed out about, man, I can't do anything I just said. I just got to combat all of the pushback. So we'll see. It might turn him literally Wednesday night. Like, hey, congrats, but we don't do that shit over here. Torrance J Playlist. Yep, Gary getting that tap on the shoulder. Yeah, he getting more than a tap. You don't run the SEC without that. And let's see, Thomas Vukas, do you think there will be a better time in the near future to get into BTC? The one thing I know for sure about Bitcoin is that I know nothing at all. And as much as people may say you're a guru or you can teach it, you stay in this market long enough, you will be surprised. So I cannot give you a for sure time to jump in. You're never going to time the market. The best time to buy Bitcoin was yesterday. And I always tell people on a long enough time scale, it doesn't matter. Like, think about this. This is what I tell people. From a market cap standpoint, with the increase in demand, I think we'll see 100K easily. 100K Bitcoin price, do you think it's going to matter if you bought it at 32, 33, 28, 30? It's not going to matter. So if that's just 100K, imagine 500K or maybe even $1 million at some point in our lifetime. You're not going to sit with your kids and be like, I wish I bought it $2,000 lower. No. And one example I use is that when I first bought Bitcoin, it was about $190, 180. I almost didn't buy it because I wanted to wait for a dip to 150 based on, technical analysis. Imagine me now saying, man, I wish I could have got it at 150 instead of 180. Who gives a shit? Buy it, dollar cost average, and then wait. That's it. It's a very simple process. And the biggest thing now is that going forward, no matter when I buy it, I don't even look at the price. I just buy it because now I have stacked a percentage of the total supply. There's a set supply and I have some of that and it's mine. Can't take it away. That is the promise of Bitcoin. So don't worry about price. You're never gonna time the market perfect. Just buy it and let it ride. Set it and forget it. Let's jump into our next story here. Goldman Sachs to enter crypto market soon with custody play. Wow. So I was on YouTube and I saw a ad where Lloyd Blankfein, who was the CEO of Goldman Sachs, literally came out and said, cryptocurrency is too volatile. You can lose all your money. You shouldn't even involve yourself in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And then Monday, here we go. Goldman Sachs to enter crypto market soon. But again, they're not going to purchase Bitcoin. They're not going to purchase crypto. I don't even think they're going to mention the word Bitcoin. They keep saying crypto or blockchain on purpose because they know how well marketing works. The more you say it, the more people actually look it up and use it. So what they're looking to do is they have issued a request for information, RFI, to explore digital asset custody. So They don't want to buy it. They want yours. Just give it to us. We'll hold it for you. And then while it's there, they'll probably offer some APR rate, 2%, 3%, something that's a slap in the face. If their rates are still lower than like BlockFi or Celsius, nobody's going to use them. But Goldman does have the interest of big time institutional billionaire investors. So I know that they're doing this for a reason. The Goldman source said the bank's custody plan will be evident soon. And it says here, like JP Morgan, we have issued an RFI looking at digital custody. We are broadly exploring digital custody and deciding what the next step is, says the Goldman source who asked not to be named. Of course, just a random source. Remember, these big companies always have random sources that just say stuff, but whatever. The Goldman insider said the bank's digital assets initiative was part of a broad digital strategy, citing stable coins in relation to recent missives from the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. So for those of you who say, what happens if the government shuts down Bitcoin? The government just accepted Bitcoin. So there is no shutting it down. And then you have banks who actually run the government and the politicians you see, they're about to have digital custody. Whether it's stable coins, whether it's Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. The digital strategy aspect of it, they all clump it together. So we'll win regardless, but it'll be great marketing for us. When asked about JP Morgan, Goldman, and Citi, Anchorage President Diego Manico said the three big US banks most are watching in relation to crypto custody. It says we are talking to all these guys. So they're looking at it, they're planning on it. Anchorage, BitGo, and Coinbase have crypto prime brokerages, and they would not be looking to duplicate those, says Goldman, but they will have their own. They have enough money to build their own. They don't need somebody else's brokerage. So that's one of the things about this market. They will in your face say it's bad, don't buy it. And then on the back end, they're building solutions so that they can own it. And most banks, they just want to control the on-ramps. However you buy it, Gemini, Swan Bitcoin, Uphold Coin, it doesn't matter if you buy it from a centralized exchange, they're trying to get that onboarding process, get their percentage, because if they can't stop it, hey, can't beat them, join them. And that's what's happening. They can't beat us, so they're trying to join. Then when the price, sort of falls, they can accumulate more. But at the same time, they can put out news that says don't buy it, but they can put out reports that says it's going to 146,000 or 300,000. Hey, people, don't listen to the media. Everybody wants your Bitcoin, especially the banks. When people say banks don't like, yeah, it used to be competition until they figured out that most people do not want freedom. They want a centralized exchange that they can quote unquote trust. And the banks will be in control of a lot of people's money. But for the percentage of us that it doesn't, we'll have our freedom. Let's see. Got some questions in here in the chat. PFC Wells Brooks will move over to the private sector. You know it. Do you think, this is from Jiu-Jitsu Crypto E, do you think Stellar is a good project? Can't say yes or no. I don't like to call any projects bad, but I haven't seen Stellar actually do much, except for they did partner with the oldest bank, I believe, in Europe, which is cool, but Ripple was partnering with banks for years, and I think Stellar is not Ripple, but can't really say it's a great project. It's good enough for a crypto project. It's better than Ripple, I will say, and the guy who created it left from Ripple, so hopefully he doesn't make the same mistake. Jay Davey, I own BTC on Cash App. Do you recommend transferring to Swan? Not directly. From exchange to exchange, you can have long wait times and higher fees. I would say move it off to a cold storage, because that's all you really need. Because even if you buy on Swan, I move mine straight to cold storage. So you don't actually need to move exchange to exchange. Just get on Swan, use it, and then you can get $10 free. I actually put my my referral code in here so that you can get that for free, $10 for free, and then use it from there. Let's see, a few more questions. Let's see. 94 viewers and 36 likes. Let's get those likes up, people. Absolutely. Let's get them up. And I want to say, just want to stop the show for a second. First time ever in the Gentleman of Crypto history, we have 100 live viewers. So yes, shout out to that. First time ever. Again, we are taking the slow road. We're not microwave, instant altcoin and Bitcoin people. We're gonna tell you you're rich. We took the long road, and now we're at a point where we have triple digits watching. Now, time to get up to 4 digits. Let's see. Will Ether and any other coins be the catalyst for a violent BTC correction? No, I don't. No. Any other coins, they don't control Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the tide that lifts all boats. When Bitcoin rises, altcoins rise. When Bitcoin drops, or goes sideways for a period, that's when altcoins succeed. But if Bitcoin goes violently, so does altcoins. There isn't altcoins that, you know, that have displaced Bitcoin as a part of their part of their trading pair. Not yet. Rich Davis, this is why we should own Bitcoin and build projects. Absolutely. Alec G, thanks for that. 100 live, man. I mean, yeah, thanks for the help. Alec G has been our in-house moderator on YouTube for years. Shout out to you, definitely. Jay Sachs, I don't know much about cold storage. Any good tips? I would say Trezor, Cold Card. Trezor is very easy. You can use Trezor. It's very simple. So I would just say just try Trezor and then get back to me. Rich Davis, what do you think about us building our own projects? I encourage that as far as the Black community building their own projects on top of Bitcoin, absolutely. The problem is a lot of people are building projects that are cryptocurrencies. They have a lot of attack vectors, and it's hard to build a currency from scratch, but it is possible. So that's one of the things I'm working on now with a few people as well. I will say Guapcoin is a project that was built for Black-owned businesses with Tavana Evans. You can actually hit her up and you can get a masternode with them and test out Guapcoin. Real Vibes, yo, do you have to pay for an annual subscription to buy on Swan? You don't have to, but that subscription they give you is the ability to pay for most of your fees ahead of time. So you just pay for your fees to start. So then every time you purchase, your fees are 0.99%, less than 1%. This is the only exchange I've seen with less than 1% fees. And the annual subscription is $25. So, and again, that's just to pay off fees. Some of it, so happy to see the growth of the community. Likewise. And let's see, let me get one more. Leslie Lane, do you like wallets like Ledger Nano? I did. I do hate that a lot of the information got hacked and stolen. The coins were safe, but information wasn't. So that did leave sort of a sour taste in my mouth. But as far as the use case, Ledger does work, but you better make sure you upgrade it. Whenever they have a new update, whenever they have a new update, update it, or you may lose your coins. The crypto clan, where are the needs in the marketplace? So I always encourage people that during this digital gold rush to you remember that during the gold rush, people who made the most money were people who sold shovels. So you need to find your shovels in the crypto market. One, I want to shout out CJ, the smart guy. His shovel is crypto taxes. He's a CPA. He found his lane. Not many people know about crypto taxes or know how to do them. That's his lane. My lane has been education because there's so many people who don't know about Bitcoin and they're learning it from people who don't know what they're talking about. So it's been education as well as, you know, re-education so that people understand that what you were told before, this is not it. And I've had to do that for years. So that was my shovel. Some people shovel. Another shovel is ATMs. If people are going to buy Bitcoin anyway, you might as well have an apparatus for them to do it. So that's another shovel that you can have. Again, there's plenty of shovels, so to say, to have. Exchanges. There's people who do merch. I guess Jason Holmes sending me Bitcoin socks. There's a lot of different ways in this market. So yes, we can definitely build on it. And also S1 does creating coins should be tied to solid projects businesses where coin is necessary for the operations of the business. I agree with you there. My only problem with altcoin business is that their entire goal is to turn it back into Bitcoin or cash. If there was a coin where the goal was to keep it regardless, is like we're keeping this coin, that's when you'll see a project where it's necessary for the operation of the business and it's the only currency they accept. And let's get to our last story of the day. Great news story, something fun to finish off with today. Miss Bitcoin launches celebrity NFT art charity project. So my Fujimoto's Kazuna crypto donation platform is partnering with Engine to sell tokenized celebrity artwork. So early crypto evangelist Mai Fujimoto, aka Miss Bitcoin, has partnered with blockchain gaming system Engine to launch Japan's first non-fungible token or NFT charity project. And again, NFTs could be music, they can be art, they can be anything that is created that is a one-of-one that only that person owns, and it's verified by a QR code. So this is great. The project's first initiative will be the sale of tokenized artwork by Japanese celebrities to benefit DXP, which is a nonprofit that supports teenagers facing challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic. Fujimoto believes that the project embodies the Japanese concept of Sampo Yoshi, or three-way satisfaction. And the quote here says, when fans purchase NFTs drawn by artists and celebrities, they can not only enjoy the art, but they also directly contribute to those in need. And I believe this NFT campaign will bring joy to many people. I'd like to thank the Engine team and artists who have agreed to join the initiative. He hopes to, or she hopes to raise over $20,000 from the sale, which should be pretty easy. We've seen NFTs get sold for $120,000. My good friend Micah Johnson, he sold his first NFT for $120,000. We saw, I forget the artist's name, but he sold for over $3 million worth of NFTs. So 20,000 should be pretty solid to get. And because Fujimoto was an early adopter of Bitcoin technology and has been promoting since 2011, it's great that she now has a chance to try and raise money, raise awareness. And I'm telling you, NFTs, whenever people ask me what I'm working on, outside of Bitcoin, NFTs is always my first answer, because to me, I think that space has room to explode. You have an asset class, art, music, so to say, that people are not getting paid their due. And when people have the ability to move to cryptocurrency or to Bitcoin, they can actually get paid for what they do, as well as, actually have secure payments. I mean, just imagine an art gallery where you have QR codes on the art so that you can donate to the artist, even if you can't afford the actual piece. If you don't have $10,000 or $1,000 to buy it, you may appreciate the art and you can send sats via Lightning Network or just Bitcoin in general to tip the artist. And then as well as that, you can track whenever the art or music is created, you can track one-of-one that I have this and only I have it. So NFTs are definitely a great space to look at. And again, NFTs can be made with Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be Ethereum like some people say, but there are different ways. So shout out to Little Miss Bitcoin, or not little, but Miss Bitcoin over in Japan. So let's look at some more last comments before we get off. The crypto clan still trying to understand the NFT market. Thanks for explaining. Oh yeah, very new. A lot of people, you can check out One-Off is one place to look. You can look up Async Art, ASYNC Art. I think these are some great entryways into the project. Look up Micah Johnson. He's a former player for the Dodgers. Again, like I said before, he just sold his NFT for $120,000. These are some great ways to start. Let's see, Justin Riedrich, can you explain what you mean by updating the Ledger wallet? Yes, so whenever they have updates, just download the update and it should update automatically. If you skip a lot of updates, I've heard of people that can't access or that they can't move it because of updates and they've had to get it fixed. It doesn't completely kill, your portfolio, but you do want to make sure you update it. S1 Dubs, you seem to have a lot more energy on the show these days. Glad to see the show growing. It's testament to the hard work you and King have put in over the years. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm just running on fumes right now. It's so exciting. Most exciting time of my life, definitely. So let's see. Rich Davis agreed. NFTs are huge. I believe that as well. And Jamal J, Doom NFT mask fetching a little pretty. Exactly. So Doom, as you know, a hip hop artist, rapper, passed away. His masks that are NFTs are actually being created or have been created and making a lot of money. So yes, we're glad to see it as well. And I want to encourage everybody today, if you are not doing anything, I know it's Martin Luther King Day. I know you're probably chilling, maybe grilling out with the family. But if you have a second, if you have a 3:30 to 4 p.m. time slot, check out Fox Business Today. I will be on Fox Business Today. I will be debating with a Tesla bull, which is the better asset, Bitcoin versus Tesla. That should be fun. So from 3:30 to 4, I'll be on Fox Business, whatever that channel is locally to you, debating Bitcoin versus Tesla. Also, make sure you check out Anthony Pompliano. Me and him just had our podcast together. Check out Pomp's podcast, #1 podcast in the crypto world. Also, check out me and Crypto and Culture. Crypto Kenzie, he's a regular in here. My guy Kenzie, we have a great interview. Pomp is more, I'm talking Bitcoin and things about the book. Kenzie, we laugh about a lot of stuff, talk about the industry as a whole, some of the goofy stuff that happens. Like I said, life is about balance. So check out both of those interviews. Check out Fox Business, 3:30 to 4 today. It is today, 3:30 to 4. I'll be discussing Bitcoin versus Tesla. So 3:30 Eastern time, I'm sorry. And let's see, Rashu, don't let them out-talk you on Fox, man. Hold it down. Oh yeah, I got it. And definitely can't wait. So thank you all for watching today. From here, if you want to transition, take a little break. Me and Lamar Wilson, we will be on Clubhouse at 11 a.m., giving away free Bitcoin to newbies, giving away free Bitcoin education, and also discussing things in the market like we do every Monday at 11 a.m. Black Bitcoin billionaires. Black Bitcoin Billionaires on Clubhouse. Check it out. Me and Lamar Wilson will be on there in the next 20 minutes. So thank you all for watching, and I will talk with you all soon.